Alright, salutations, welcome back to Shadows over Loathing. We have a bunch of barrels. We're back in time during the sandwich, a handmade bed which has been made, presumably also by hand. No secret passages, there's zero reason for you to expect there to be one. We're at... What an unusual outfit. Whereabouts are you from? I guess you could say I'm from Ocean City. Oh, the big city! That must be much more exciting than our little village. Oh, I don't sell this place short. This city is more modern. Yeah, that's all. You said your husband's riding the circuit? What's that mean? He's a judge for the county. Most of the little towns out this way are too small to have their own courthouse judge, so they save up their legal medals, and Clarence rides around to settle things once a month or so. That must take a while. Does he get lonely while he's away? Oh, our boy Tom and I keep each other company well enough. Your husband's still out riding the circuit? Indeed, Clarence will be gone for many days, but our boy Tom and I keep each other company well enough. What's with all the barrels? We won a year's supply of cream at the last county fair. Didn't expect him to give it us all at once. None of us even particularly care for cream. Would you care for a ladleful or even a whole barrel? No thanks, I'm good. This door to the house is locked. If only you had some way to unlock things that are locked. Oh no. Well, fishing well. The sign reads, gazebo, sandwich gazebo, vagrants not welcome. That's not very friendly. Vandalize it. You look around to make sure nobody's watching one. Scratch the knot off the sign. Take that, authority. Sign reads, sandwich gazebo, vagrants welcome. Thanks to you. A state-of-the-art toilet facility. Poke your head inside. There's some graffiti scratched on the wall. Peter Proctor's a sneaky duty head. Rubbing paper. Ooh. Make a copy of the graffito for your records. The sign is written in crayon. Today is the trial of Patricia Williams, who's standing accused of stealing Tom Danforth's pocket watch, making a dumb-looking doll, writing Peter Proctor's a stinky, rude word head on the walls of the outhouse. Huh. Regular church altar. One of the kids has left a goopy jam sandwich lying in the corner. Oh my goodness. I think I need to talk to those two later. Okay. Excuse me, can I help you with something? No, thanks, I'm fine. What I'm getting at is, why are you in my house? Oh, I'm just looking around. Hey, look, I'm not one to be inhospitable to uninvited guests, even told strangers, but I do have company at the moment, so if you excuse me. Oh, sure, no problem. This nurse is picking several heiresses. You don't really have any reason to do that. What do you mean I don't have any reason to hide behind it? I want to hear them chat. The doors are locked with an expensive German combination lock requiring a 5-letter word. Oh, I don't know. Nope, oh well. Those roots are probably sour anyway, yeah. Alright. Let's find out what these kids are doing. A group of 3 kids gather around a little girl holding an odd doll. Order! Come on, if we're gonna have a trial, we've gotta do it properly. I don't see why I have this dumb trial anyway. We all know she's guilty. Sniffle, I didn't do anything. Why are you so mean to me? Because you're weird and an outsider. I only live half a mile down the road. I was born here. Yeah, but your family's outsiders. Your father wasn't born here. My family's been here for like 60 generations. Closer to 4, but the larger point stands. The little girl bursts into tears. Hey, you kids, what's going on here? Oh, who are you? I've never seen you around here before. Oh, sorry. My name's Cole. I'm a traveler. Well, we're here having a trial for that crybaby Patricia. I'm Tom, the judge. That's Delilah, the jury. And Peter's the executioner. Executioner? Holy jeez, kid. Well, we're not going to literally execute her, probably. My pa says you shouldn't decide on the punishment until after the conviction. Well, how's it going? Not great. Patricia just keeps crying instead of presenting any kind of proper defense. I see. Mister, will you be my attorney? Attorney. Sniffle. Will you be attorney? Well. That's a good idea, actually. Then you can present the case and she can cry as much as she wants. How she's gonna pay for it? My father ain't gonna lend attorney fees to some slanderizing crybaby. I guess I'll do it pro bono. Oh, thank you, Sniffle. So, what's the trial about? Defendant stands accused of 3 crimes: stealing Tom Danforth's, that is my gold pocket watch, defacing the public outhouse with a very rude slogan by Peter Proctor, and making a weird doll. I didn't do any of those things. You've got the doll right there. Look, it's got 3 arms. That's weird, but it was regular when I made it. She starts crying again. Okay, what do I need to do? Well, we're at the part of the trial where the defense will submit evidence that contradicts one of the charges. I'll be right back. You can't leave her. You can't just leave her in the middle of a trial. Yeah, but what if I have to go? That's what I'm saying. You can't. You mean... No, I mean, what if I have to go, you know? Oh, well, Look, kid, I can't just unload in the middle of a church. Jeez, Mr. Where do I find it? He to spend the trial for a short recess. Thanks. I need evidence. Hide behind it. Hide behind the iris, hoping the proctors aren't genealogically Danish. Fortunately, Princess Proctor doesn't seem to have noticed your move. Her conversation gradually returns to a less hushed, more easily eavesdroppable volume. Drop those eaves. Did I mention you've been picking out some new furniture for the bedrooms? Oh, really? Yeah, bureaus and armories and such. I found a delightful nightstand for Peter's room. He even has a secret compartment in it for when he's older and needs to hide sinful lithographs from us. How charming. How interesting. Proctor shoots you sternly. Fortunately, she's too genteel to just throw you the heck out of her house. She returns to her conversation at a level too hushed for you to hear. Dang. I ran into Tom at the church playing with the other kids. He seems like a real smart cookie. Oh my, yes, he takes after his father. Always got his nose in a book. It'd be nice if they got to spend more time together, but the pocket watch Clarence got Tom for his birthday is help. Pocket watch? Yes, a fine gold pocket watch to help keep track of when he'll be back. Clarence said, Tom really cherishes it. Do you know, the boy he said he wanted to be buried with that watch. Buried with it? Haha, wow. Buried with it? Oh no, wait a minute. It feels like to go back to the future you need to flush yourself up the drain? That doesn't make any sense. Looks like that change you made to the sign had an effect. There's a hobo hanging out here eating sandwich cream right out of the jar. Hi there, enjoy that sandwich cream? Sure am, I can't get enough of this stuff. That's probably why everyone calls me Creamy Steve. Probably, yeah. Best sandwich cream in the Tri-State area right here. It's a traditional recipe. Ooh. Do you know any hobo code Creamy Steve? Sure, I know 2 words. Is one of them cream? Yep, and the other one is here. You know, there's a hobo camp over by Ocean City. I bet they'd be interested in this cream. Uh-huh, you think so? I'd love to share this with other like-minded individuals. Sure, you could get set up an extremely specific trade route. Sold! Creamy Steve runs to the gift shop to get more cream for the road. Okay, then. Alright, where do I get shovels? I need to dig up Thomas... Where the heck do I get a shovel? Wait. Ooh. Wait a minute, this handwriting matches the graffiti from the outhouses. Tear the page out. Look over your shoulder, see the guard watching you. Going to have to distract him if you want to get away with tearing a page out of this book, and then get away with the page you tore out of the book. Hi there. Hey buddy, sorry sir, I just get paid to stand here and keep an eye on things. I don't actually know anything about the exhibits. Guess that won't work. Wait a minute, didn't this house have a cellar dig? I need a shovel. Where do I get a shovel? I need to go into this one. This velvet rope is keeping you out of Peter's room, despite the fact that you've legal authority to search it, kind of. Get rid of it. You unhook the velvet rope and step somewhere out of mine. This door is no longer blocked off. Ooh. Bend over and take a look. Hi, Cole. Bye, Cole. Well, let's get his very own sculpture of a toy box. It's solid mahogany. This child's bed is from 100 years ago, still nicer than any bed you've ever owned. Peter's practiced nightstand, you presume. The only thing inside is a sheet of paper listing several things that have been taken away by the Historical Society for Restoration and Cataloging. A bag of fancy glass marbles and steel ball bearings, a fake spider made of horsehair and copper wire, stuff like that. It's nothing that seems relevant to the trial. Check the hidden compartment! Reach inside the drawer and feel around until you find the little catch that makes those secret compartment pop open. Oh ho, what's this? Severed ragdoll arm. This seems suspicious, but isn't the problem with Patricia's doll that has too many arms? Huh? What is this? Was it a bug doll? Hardware store? They sell shovels at the hardware store? It's a familiar-looking person heading toward you on the path. As they get near, you realize the reason you look so familiar is because he looks exactly like you. Hi, are you a clone or is this a time paradox or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five, the two of you literally speaking. Exchange friendly high five. Kiss him goodbye. Leaning for a kiss goodbye. No tongue now. Haha, yeah, we wouldn't want to make this weird or anything. A smooch, wink. Now you get to look forward to a second one. Continue on. Heck yes. You notice a particularly cobweb-strewn copse of trees, and as you get near, you catch a glimpse of a big hole full of spiders in the middle of it. You can just barely read the old sign next to it, declaring to the world that the hole belongs to Beppo. Go check out the terrible spider hole. I think you mean awesome spider hole. It's Beppo's hole. The plaque says Beppo's hole at the top, and then there's some fine print. Beppo's Hole is named after Beppo P. Siricchio, who purchased this plot of land in 1903 with the state intention of creating a shark sanctuary. He managed to dig one decent-sized pit, but before he could fill it up with sharks, it filled itself up with spiders, or perhaps it would be more accurate to say the spiders fill it up with themselves and their offspring, their teeming hordes of awful venomous offspring. It is the opinion of the Crystal Dream Lake Historical Society that Beppo's Hole should be avoided at all costs. In fact, we probably shouldn't have placed this here, or included it on any of our maps. May those you leave behind forgive us. Fascinating. Ooh, rocks. Oh, they're eggs. There aren't as many spider eggs in here as there could be, but there are still too many. Wriggling mass of spider eggs. Oh, this wriggling cocoon is roughly person-sized, so it's either a person who's been cocooned by a spider and is slowly suffocating death, or a person-sized mass of baby spiders. Talk to him/her/them. Hello there? Are you a person or a mind-breaking quantity of baby spiders? Is that the kind of noise that a whole lot of baby spiders would make? Kind of broke the cocoon, knowing that it's probably just a guy in there, but secretly hoping that it's a trillion baby spiders instead. Sadly, it is indeed a guy. But since you're so into spiders that you deliberately checked a setting to let us know, why not take a second to close your eyes and imagine if it had been a trillion baby spiders just pouring out of there, covering you entirely. Wow. That's amazing. Woo, thanks, friend. You had me worried there for a sec. They call me Doc. Came by here to give some free gauze. Got a bit more than I bargained for. Hi, Doc. I'm Cole. I'm assuming you're from your doctor hat thing that you're literally a doctor. Since that doctoring is in my profession, yes. In the sense that I have a legal license for practicing it, no. You were looking for gauze? Yeah, the webs from big spiders like this make really great surgical gauze. It's strong, self-adhesive, and even sterile if it's really fresh. Fortunately, I kind of bit off more than I could chew. You can chew it too. Well, it is just made from proteins. No, I meant metaphorically. One of the great big spiders that lives in Beppo's Hole caught sight of me. Don't recommend messing around with that hole, especially if you're flushed to the gills on medicinal alcohol. I see. There's a hobo camp just outside of Ocean City. They could probably use a doctor. Great, I could use some patients because I'm too much eager to get doctoring. That's a joke that works better out loud than in print. I'm much too eager to get doctoring. But anyway, see you there. I don't get it. Oh, because he needs more patience. Oh, definitely a lot of spiders in this hole. Jump in and fight some. I don't want to fight the spiders. Maybe I could. Oh, okay. We got some black widows here. It's Buzz! Alright, sacks of violence. Boo! Uh-oh. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, come on. Yeah, get him, friendly spider. There are now slightly fewer spiders in Beppo's Hole. Spider Fang and Glob of Spiderwebs increases your physical armor by 3. Ooh, is it still web if it's not in a web shape? I suppose that's the question best left for the spider philosophers. Spider Fang. Ooh, if you think about it, a bite with big enough teeth counts as a bunch of stabbings. Ooh. Fewer spiders is better spiders. Wrong! The thing is, I already have my vampire pitch pipe, which is better than my spider fang, unfortunately. You swore long ago that you never deliberately walk into impenetrable massive spider webs. You know, I do have to agree on that one. Well, a squirrel chatters angrily at you from nearby hollow tree, presumably trying to scare you away from its stash. A real tactical mistake on its part, since you now know where its stash is. Scampers away as you peer into the hole. You find not just the expected nuts, but also several wallets. Huh. Has this scroll been mugging hikers? Maybe you should get out of here before it comes back with a knife. Good idea. What can I do for you? I changed my mind about where to put the outhouse. Okay, I ain't started digging yet, so that's fine. Where do you want it instead of the sandwich museum? The pet store. Pet store? Oh, haha, you must mean the bait shop. Love that sense of humor. You got pet worms. Alright, I'll get the pet dug tomorrow and have the outhouse finished the day after. There you go. Outdoor time toilet. Grady's live bait. Oh, it's a barrel of wriggling slimy grubs. Give some grub goo. Aw, yeah, stylish gel. Barrel chummy. You do not want to be pals with it. This barrel is sealed from the smell. You'd say it's full of decaying shellfish. So it's full of pickles, probably for catching those fish that like eating pickles. This barrel is full of dirt, but you're sure there's something nasty hiding in it. Barrel of miscellaneous useful entrails. There's a mousetrap set up here. What happens if I disarm it? Disarm the mousetrap. Great friends. Hey, what's the big idea? It was an accident. Great friends. He walks over, resets the mousetrap, frowns again, and goes back to the counter. Hello there. Hello, welcome to Grady's Live Bait. I'm Grady, and this, he points in various directions, this is my bait shop. Nice to meet you, Grady. Can I see what's for sale? Sure. Can I interest you in some minnows? Minnows? Yep, they wriggle quite vigorously, I assure you. Irresistible to hungry fish. No, I don't want any minnows. Well, that's right. Maybe you'd like to look at our grasshoppers then. No, I don't think so. No grasshoppers, gotcha. What about a nice handful of grubs? Plump juicy, gross, no. Okay, then how about some leeches? Chock full of blood. This is awful. Well, if none of those strike your fancy, I think maybe you're not actually in the market for any live bait. I think you're right. Thing you need help with by chance? I'm always like for people to dig up night crawls for me. Oh yes, my things those are interested in doing some worm hunting. Sure, I'll give you some gross worms. He's giving me a shovel. Good deal. Dig up, oh, let's call it 5. 5 good-sized night crawls and I'll make your work worth your while. Here, you need this. Thanks, I'll just gotta follow my nose where to dig. I'll be back when I have your worms for digging. This device is called a shovel because of the way it shoves dirt out of the way and the fact that the guy named it likes the letter L. Sneakily disarm it. Click T. Ooh, they're stinky. Dig. Dig up the terrible creature, shove it in your pocket. Plump Nightcrawler. Few things have as big a delta between how cool the thing is and how cool the name is than the Nightcrawler. See faded billboard advertising some kind of crystal shop. Oh. Crystal store. Do you think I could move the outhouse there? Proprietress of this empty store has nothing to proprietor. What do you sell here? What do you think? Crystals? You'd sure think so, wouldn't you, huh? You'd sure think a crystal store next to a crystal mine would sell crystals, wouldn't you? Please, you're using too many italics. I can't focus. I would, yes. Let me tell you a little story about a young woman whose name is me. Oh, I love little stories. My parents wanted me to go straight into college, so that's what I did. But college girls, they only thinking about one thing, getting a degree so they can work in a mine. I'm not like regular girls, guy. I want to sell the things that come out of a mine. Sure, gases and such. So I dropped out and moved about 13 states to the best crystal mine in the country. But when I arrived, the mine was out of business. And now so am I, before I even got started. Want me to check out that mine? So what are you still doing here? Well, I ain't selling crystals, so it's plain me, which is frowning. Mr. White wanted to sell crystals specifically. My name is Crystal. That doesn't mean you have to sell crystals. Yeah, but it just means I got fewer nouns to keep in my head. Good idea. Want me to check out the mine? Yeah, and break me off a couple crystals. You're thinking, not asking you to clear the whole mine, man, but with just a few crystals I can afford to set my whole sorority down there. Gumbuckle Mine. I'll see what I can do. Filing cabinet is newer than the rest of the furniture, but it's still pretty wrecked. Flip file flip flops. First is equipment or footwear. Can't it be both? Sure. Oh, that's good. Except I still like my vampire boots. Another one of those weird doors. Oh. It's 1906. A desk with nothing on it. On or in or under or behind it. A huge disappointment, really. And 2 barricades must run out of birds. Canaries. Oh, this version of the cabinet is unlocked. Fortunately, this version of the cabinet is empty. Ooh, there's a jacket hanging on the counter, which I guess makes it a jacket rack. Gunbuckled mine cabinet key. Aw, yeah, baby. So, if I go back to the future, unlock it, click. Can of elevator grease. Ooh. This can is labeled elevator grease, so don't go thinking you can use it to lubricate a ramp or a staircase or a funicular. Cabinet is empty for one can of elevator grease. This is pretty good. What if I go into the mine from here, though? It's an elevator that goes down the main shaft. Give it a good greasing. Square here, Jal Dare, and Kapow. This thing will run like a charm for at least 22 years. Take it for a spin. Oh, no, are you wandering off into that temporal abyss wormhole? One that you dug, not some sort of rend in space and time. This port beam is lousy with termites. Give me the termites. Yum, 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 yum. This table is bare except for one note reading IOU 1 helmet. Oh, I should wear a helmet. Figure out the spherical rocket as a hole drilled into it. Shine your flashlight into the hole. Your flashlight reveals a sparkly colored crystal inside. It's a geode! Okay. Dynamite storage, and it is extremely locked. Aw, dang it. This elevator has been remarkably well maintained. Nice work. Down we go. Is it cracked open? Oh. Its wall is completely blocked off with fallen debris. Oh, a massive cave, and actually, I suppose it's technically a mine, and there's a big crack in the wall here. What? I need dynamite. You don't know when you are, much less where. Ah, yeah, sure, okay. Wait. If you go too far into that abyss, you must never come back. Wait a minute. There's nothing on the desk except an old employee of the month award certificate. Ooh, flash it to increase your maximum and current HP by your mysticality. Ooh. This award is made out to Herbert Gutchins, but for all anybody knows, that could be your name. What happens if I do name myself Herbert Gutchins? You're the only one who's ever been here this month. Meandering hike takes you near the lake, which may not have been reflected in the map display, but you'll just have to suspend your disbelief on that one. Monolith picks up a flat stone and skims it expertly across the water. Nice one. Thanks. Hey, Buck, how about big rock do you think you can chuck? Raw muscle isn't exactly my forte, but I guess it'll do it all right. Pick up a fist-sized rock and pitch it into the lake with a splash. A lot of plonk falls close behind, and you turn to see Molly Fish picking up a softball-sized rock with a grin. That's impressive. You look like a girly girl, but my Tommy's got a kick like a mule. Gotta keep the rust off these pistons, you know? Is Tommy your boyfriend? That sounds kind of... My girlfriend's name is Nancy. Tommy is short for M1921 Thompson submachine gun. Alright, I knew that. She leaves another route, large Dragon's Lake. You try your best to match her, but it's not much of a contest. Molly's muscle increases by 1. Ooh. Can I talk to you still? It's easy to remember Crystal's name because that's the thing she doesn't sell. Has a mind of mine. Bringing off anything expensive? I'm still working on that. That's alright. The important thing is that you're alive, and it doesn't matter that I forgot to send a canary down there first. Cool. Want to make it like a crystal and clear out? Hardware store. It's a familiar looking person head turns you on the path. As you get near, you realize that the reason he looks so familiar is because he looks exactly like you. Again. Oh, hi, are you a clone, or is this a time paradox or what? Turns out it's a time paradox, I guess. Wow, crazy. I agree. High five, the two of you literally speaking, exchange each other. Friendly high five. Another friendly high five for I guess it's just the first one again. Nice. He leans in for a kiss goodbye. No tongue now. Haha, yeah, we wouldn't want to make this weird or anything. Smooch. Shima says you and Connecticut to look forward to a second one. Awesome. I got a huge smile on my face because of that. It's so silly. Rock through the woods around Chris. Ah! There's a huge spider. It jumps down out of nowhere and aims a spot right at your face and shoots a huge glob of web at you. Time slows down around you. The horrible sticky web sails through the air directly at the part of your head where you keep all your most important sensory organs. Sorry, guys, that was a weird phrase to say that. I couldn't think of a good synonym for face. Dodge out of the way. Duck and roll out of the path of the incoming goop, and you just keep rolling until you're completely out of this part of the woods. Whew! You're a dig, revealing a crumbling set of stairs leading downwards. Let's go down. What's this? These ancient chalk marks are mostly rubbed away and indiscernible, but they might have once been part of an ancient circle with ritual circle. In the middle of the circle, you see that broken piece of an old pocket watch. Was there actual witchcraft going on here after all? Spooky, huh? Empty shelf, just ancient trash, nothing but burned books. A shadow rift. Do a cat thing. Okay, what is that? Part of the nothingness is missing here. I think I have to push all of the rats into there. And then they just vanish and disappear forever. Yeah, get out of here. Scram, rats. Squeak, squeakity, squeak, squeak, squeakin'. Do a cat thing. Freaking this animation takes way too long, and you can't get out of it. Jeez, you little shits are loud. Wow. Come on, just one more. Yeah. What did I do? A throbbing ring of negative energy around just an oversized rat shape. You should ask Jessica about this next time you see her. Yeah. Leave this rat race behind. Yeah. Dig him up. Look at that. Tom got his wish after all. Tom Nedford's pocket watch. This gold pocket watch has to my son Tom on his 12th birthday engraved on the inside of the lid. What was his wish? Oh, to be buried with the watch, right. Came back, where were we? Patricia's accused of stealing my pocket watch, vandalizing the outhouse, and making a weird and asymmetrical 3M doll. I promise I didn't. Promises don't count in a court of law. You gotta prove it. Sniffle, but it's okay, Patricia. I've got this. I have evidence concerning the doll, I guess. You guess? That doesn't sound very evidential. What did you find? Well, I found this little arm that looks like it was torn off a drag doll, but Patricia's already has 3. Let me see. Oh, yes, this is mine. Look. She holds up her doll, showing you the stitches where she fixed the hole and left by the torn off arm. Wait, your doll was originally a regular four-armed one? I made it based on yours because I thought it was neat. Hang on, a four-armed doll is regular in 1692? However, but around here, yes, I got so bored I wanted something different, so I made a doll with 4 arms. But I'm not allowed to be different, so I had to tell Mom and Pa it was just the regular fashion for dolls, and I don't know, it just became a thing. I think I get it. So you're mad because you thought Patricia had out-differentiated you by having an asymmetric doll. Yeah, I'm sorry, Patricia, that was a fair. Your doll's really good. I like it better than mine. Aw, thanks, I forgive you, Delia. Our dolls can hug and make up. Hee hee. Say, it's funny. I just noticed the fabric on the missing arm was gone all stuff. Like, it's really older than the. And I'm wondering why you said in 1692 like that. Well, I guess I might as well come clean. I'm a time traveled here from the future. Well, that'll explain it then. I expected a little more pushback on that, to be honest. Where did you actually find the arm? We haven't really resolved that happened. What happened? I found it in. Who cares? It's just a stupid rag doll. If your parents had any money, you two could have real dolls instead of making your own out of trash. Found in a secret compartment in Peter's nightstand. Why you? Yeah, that figures. Not surprisingly, the least charge dismissed. So what's left? To solve the matter of the doll. Patricia's just accused of stealing my pocket watch and vandalizing the outhouse. I have evidence that proves Patricia didn't steal the pocket watch. Well, then present it in court. Here it is. This is your pocket watch, right? Hey, yeah, it is. Wow, thanks. Where did you find it? I'd rather not say. It isn't evidence if you don't tell us where you found it. It might have been in her house or something. Alright, well, I found it in your grave. What? I'm a time traveler from the future, remember? I heard your mom say you loved that pocket watch so much you wanted to be buried with it when you die. So I went back to my time and dug up your grave to see if you were. And you were, and there it is. That's crazy. You're crazy. Possibly, but true. But it's true. And the fact that you were buried with that watch, Tom, means that you eventually would have found it wherever you lost it. So Patricia just didn't steal it. No, aren't I giving him the watch? Right now? Tom squints at the watch in thought, then winds it and holds it up to his ear. It still works! The finest craftsmanship, still working after 236 years. They don't make them like that anymore. Okay, but this doesn't prove Patricia didn't take it. Maybe I found it in her house, so will give it back to me or something? Maybe, but it's closed loop now. Can't ever know how you would have gotten your watch back, because now you have got it back because I gave it to you. And isn't that all you really wanted was to get your watch back? You never really believed Patricia stole it. I would like to know what happened to it, but yeah, you're right. Sorry, Patricia. I hereby withdraw my accusation. Thanks. Where does that leave us? Clear Patricia out of most charges, but is still accused of vandalizing the outhouse. Does it still count as vandalism if it's true? Hey, yeah, it's vandalism either way. Just checking. I'll be right back. What? Again, don't you have some kind of guts problem? Yeah, it must have been some bad whatever people eat in the late 17th century. Okay, well, I'll try and get it all out this time. Here's been a trial for a short recess. Thanks. What? This cheap hunk of custom jewelry would probably turn your finger green, but it also banishes shadow monsters, so probably worth it. Maybe they're allergic to zinc. Banishes wandering shadow creatures. Great, thanks. It's the doctor. It's Doctor. I'll be your rescue from Beppel's place. Oh, hello. Thanks for bringing me here. It's been great. Nice. Yeah, I bet everyone's really glad to have a doctor around. Yep, although we've got a pretty robust lot here, so there hasn't been anything really interesting for me to do yet. But you know what they say, every unremoved appendix is basically a ticking time bomb. Can you spare some first aid supplies? Ooh, mercury eye drops, rhino balm. Sure you go. Use them in good health. No way, that's sure to be wasteful. Wait until you're in bad health. Thanks, Doc. There he is. It's Creamy Steve. Hey, too. Thanks for telling me about this place. Everyone's been really appreciative about my cream. Swell. I've been getting to try some other foods, too. And you know, I don't like to admit this, but there might be more to life than just cream. More to a balanced diet, certainly. Wow. Hear raised voices, a sounds of commotion nearby, and head in that direction to check it out. As you get nearer, the voices become clear. Someone's yelling for help. Pick up the pace as you find a small glade in the middle of the woods, filled with odd little structures and large, beautifully colored butterflies. Something feels a bit off about the whole scene, though. So instead of rushing in, you crouch in the bushes and creep around the perimeter, looking for the source of the yelling. One group of the butterflies is nearer to the bushes than the others, and as you get closer to them, you can see that they have little human bodies. They're fairies! Wow, real fairies, just like in the, fairy tales. Seem to be giggling maniacally about something. Hee hee hee! I ain't think we ought to mess with them, Mike. They're creepy. Shut up, Jim. I ain't afraid of some weird butterflies. That sounded uncannily like regular-sized human voices. Weird. Are they mimics, like parrots? Hey, get off my ear, you little varmint. What the? My eye. Get off me. Huh. Those seem most nicer in the bedtime stories. Fairy layer. Maybe deal with it later, or never. Fairy layer. Just off to one side of the trail, see two things at roughly the same time. The first thing is a whole flock of those horrible murder fairies dancing around and merrily laughing in shrill little voices. The second is the bloody carcass of a medium-sized bear that they're hopping up and down on and occasionally chewing. Oh, here's the third thing. All the fairies stopping what they're doing and turning over to look at you. One of them pulls out a revolver and giggles. Another flips open a straight razor and makes a noise that sounds a lot like a confused and dying bear. Let's fight them. How much health do they each have? Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Wait. Don't. Ow. Oh. They're tanky little fairies. Thank you. Let's. Ooh. That's a lot. Fairy wackadoo. Oh my goodness. Okay, we can get rid of the twig thumper. Oh, but what about the exploders? Explode? Okay. They're already going to explode anyway. Oh, I can take out one of them. There you go. Alright. Let us take out a twig thumper. Oh, I forgot to switch to Obi. Whatever. Molly's pretty good. Yeah, that's right. Aw, you're the best. Boo! Woo! Fairy charm, +3 to magical weapon attacks. Okay. Buzz the mosquito grows stronger. Aw, yeah. Could call you the Fairy Slayer if that wouldn't be a weird thing to call someone. White is Loathing, representing the triumph of the witch hunters of the town's terrifying witch cult. Pull out some of the pins. Discreetly pull a bunch of the pins out of the doll and drop them on the floor. Fortunately, it isn't quite enough in here for the guard to have heard that. Sweet. I'm distracted. Hi there. Hey, a bunch of pins fell out of that doll. Sorry, sir, I just get paid to. What did you say? Some pins fell out that weird voodoo doll or whatever. That might be dangerous. Someone could step on them. Aw, geez. He goes over to the display and starts picking pins up off the floor. Nice. Hehehehe. Tear the page out. You clear your throat loudly to cover the sound of the paper tearing. Stuff it up your sleeve while flipping back to the front of the book. Hehehehehehe. Now I can clear you. Okay, I'm back. Where were we? Clear Patricia, most of the charges, but still accused of vandalizing the outhouse. I have evidence that proves Patricia didn't write the graffiti. Alright, let's see then. I have here 2 pieces of paper. This one is rubbing from the outhouse, showing the graffiti in question. Hugh Proctor is listing. Yes, that's the graffiti in question, alright. Grr, my father basically owns this Covington, honey. You wouldn't get away for this slander, Patricia. Technically, it's libel, not slander. What's the other piece of paper? This is a page from someone's diary. Someone who clearly thinks Peter Proctor's a stinky doo-doo head. And if you compare the handwriting to the graffiti, they're a perfect match. Wow, they sure are. Whose diary is this from? Diary this came from belongs to Delia Poonam. What? Give me that. She touches the diary page away from you. Wait a minute. I don't remember writing this. Hey, this is dated 3 days from now. The paper is really old, too. What's going on here? I already told you guys I'm from the future. I stole this from a museum. My diary is in a museum? Wow. So you admit that I wrote the graffiti? Yeah, whatever. If it isn't libel if it's true, right? Hey. Yes, that's correct. And in any case, the charge against Patricia is hereby dropped. You do owe someone an apology, though, Delia. Yeah, not you, duty head. He means Patricia. Sorry, Patricia. It was Peter I was mad at. I didn't mean to get you in trouble for it. It's okay. He is a duty head. Hey! What's next? Everything's been accounted for. Congratulations, Patricia. You've been acquitted of all charges. Oh, thank goodness. Thank you, Mr. Cole. No problem. I was happy to help. Is there anything we can do for you in return? Well, there is one thing I'm curious about. Do kids know anything about the witches? Witches would be like black magic and sorting with the devil, that kind of thing? Yeah. Haha, check out this Ruby thinks witches are real. Yeah, that's just scary stories parents tell children to make them go to bed on time. So no witches, no witch trials, nothing like that? Nope. Not that I've ever heard of. And my dad travels the whole region on his court circuit. Okay then. Kids are all hanging around chatting amicably. It's nice to see them all getting along. Ooh. Hey, Delia, can I borrow your key to your house? Excuse me, I need it for a time travel thing. Rolling wants to burglarize you and make killing on the antiques market in the future. That wouldn't work. If you take something from now into the future, it would still be new. Antiques aren't valuable unless you go the long way around. Look, why actually do you want my house key? Well, I'm not exactly sure, but apparently your house catches fire sometime in the future, and I think it might be a good idea to prevent that. Well, yes, I agree with you. Fortunately, you lost my key when I was out playing in the countryside. Do you have some kind of magic future way to find lost keys? Well, maybe I'll think of something. Alright, I'm gonna end this episode here. We'll finish this quest line next time. Goodbye.